Hi everyone, I am delighted to say that we now have all the components for your wind farm sitting at the Port of Ayr. Today we're also doing the long load trial run, so these blades are about 45 metres long. It takes a pretty specialised truck and a lot of care to get those to site. So today we've got an empty lorry and we're going to see how we get on the route. I'm just going to talk you through some of the things that we can see in the foreground here. The big red trailer is the one that we're going to be using for the trial run this morning. So it's set up to simulate the length it's going to be extended to when it's delivering the blades. As you can see, it's a pretty enormous bed that it has to be stretched out to. There's also going to be quite a big rear overhang of the tip of the blade, and that's why they've got this special boom set up at the back, is to simulate that rear overhang to make sure that that won't strike anything. Now you'll see, if we look at the blades over here, not only are they long, they are actually quite wide as well. There's a lot that sticks out to one side, and that's why you'll see that up at the driver's end they've also got an arm kind of sticking out to simulate that side overhang as well, to make sure that there won't be any issues with that on the route at all. So this trial run is really important. It's important to demonstrate that all of our calculations and simulations have been right, but it's also necessary in order to get the special permits that are required to move the abnormal loads. So it's been set up for what's probably going to be the most awkward load, which is the blades. A lot of the other tower sections you can see behind are pretty long as well. Strangely, the overall vehicle length will actually be longest for some of the shortest tower sections. So the ones that you can see in the background here behind the lorry, they'll be able to go on a relatively flat trailer because they aren't particularly big diameter. As the tower reaches the ground, the diameter increases. So over here you can see what we call the S4s. So they're one of the first tower sections, and because they're such a big diameter, if you put them on a flat trailer, then they would be too tall to go under a lot of bridges. So we use a really specialised piece of kit called a clamp trailer, which basically clamps onto each end of that, so that there's no trailer actually sitting underneath it at all. So it's a really neat bit of kit, but it does make it very long, so that the S4s are going to be probably the second longest load behind the tower sections. Over here, these very short sections that are sitting upright are called the S5s. So these are the kind of transition pieces, and they're getting brought to site quite soon, and will get lifted into place on the foundation and then grouted in, so that they'll be ready for delivery of the main sections in the start of July. So I think that's about where we've got to today. The trial run's going to be starting pretty soon, so I better go and hop in the car.